Hey guys, what's up? It's Trunks and welcome to Clash of Saiyans. On today's episode, I am going to be showing you guys full replays from the WHF Alumni War that we had a couple weeks ago, and these are going to be some insane Town Hall 10 Queen Walks. I'm going to show you guys the replays, give you guys some tips to how to succeed on these attacks, some of the things to look for, but we'll jump into the first replay. We have Edgar stepping up from the alumni side. As you can see, he is going to be walking in and trying to get that Inferno, that clan castle taken out, but he's going to get that queen down easily on the outside, find an area that he's able to wall breaker into the first walls. Notice that the Inferno is out of range of that corner, so that way the wall breakers are able to safely get in there. He also uses that Barb King to tank that cannon, so make sure you have something to tank so that way those wall breakers can get in there. And then one of the other key things, you see him sneak in another group of wall breakers behind, so they open up the wall behind that Inferno tower right there in front while the rage is down. That rage will allow you, if that Inferno is still up, you see multiple wall breakers go in, but with that rage down, you just need one wall breaker to make it to the wall, and with the rage effect, they will be able to easily open up that wall if you have max wall breakers. So that is one of the key things to look for, is actually learning the AI of the wall breakers and knowing how it works. They are going to target the closest wall that has a tower still left up in it, and as you see, he dropped the wall breakers before the Inferno tower was taken out, so that way the wall breakers targeted that wall. And now the queen will continue on her walk. As you see, she will be one of the big things. You want her to stay up throughout majority of the raid, if not all of it, because she is going to be taking a good amount of chunk of the time just getting through the walk, and then when your troops come in, they are going to be responsible for cleaning up the rest of the base while your queen continues to work. And you want to get that cleanup down behind your queen as soon as possible. I'll show you multiple variations of these queen walks. This one, he uses hogs to take out the base, and you can see he comes through with the typical fashion of using heal spells and free spells to get through the second Inferno. And then the queen, as you see as well, is making it up through the remainder of the base. And at this point, it's just now on to cleanup, given that he has enough time, which he does end up securing the 3-star on this one. So we know he has plenty of time to get this one done. He's got tons of hogs left up, and that queen is just working her way through the base. But like I said, get that cleanup down as soon as possible. The last thing you want is to pull off a spectacular queen walk and then not get the 3-star because you forgot to get your cleanup down as soon as possible. So once those hogs or whatever troop you are using clean that first set of towers up on the top side and it is safe, get that cleanup down as soon as possible so that way they can begin working with as much time. So here's one of the things that you kind of want to scout for on a base. If you can't get to the Infernos easily, then can you secure all of the air defenses? Now you'll see on this one, this is an example of a no-fly zone base. All 4 air defenses are beside each other. This is for if you have hounds coming through, they're going to get hit by 4 air defenses, be taken out really quick, and then there's nowhere else for them to really path because they're going to go straight for those air defenses first. So your balloons are going to be left standing on the backside with nothing in front of them. Now once again, he's able to wall breaker in very easily, get that first set of walls open, and the queen is able to get in there, get that clan castle, take it out, and then continue with her walk safely. He's able to deal with that clan castle though out of the range of many of the buildings, and a lot of times you'll see this. On this one, he drops a minion to help clean up some of those pups. On the previous attack, there was a wizard dropped behind, so that way when the hound comes out, your queen will have some ability to get through those lava pups faster, and it'll also help take out that initial hound quicker. But once again, you see for the additional wall breakers coming in, he has a tank. The first time the Barb King was used, this time the giant is used to distract that cannon, and then the queen is able to get through and take out that final air defense. And then from here, he's able to easily come in with the dragons and balloons on the back side. The Barb King on this one is used on the top side just to tank that archer tower and also clear that top side funnel. We want to make sure those dragons stay in the core of the base underneath the rage and the heal spells, so that way they are able to get into those Inferno Towers and take them out without having to do any damage to the queen. We don't really want the Inferno Tower on the queen while she has other point defenses on her, because then she will drop extremely fast. But once again, he has the cleanup down. He has an archer at 6 o'clock while that mortar is preoccupied with the queen. The king is cleaning up the top side, and the dragons have pretty much demolished the core of this base. He's got tons of troops still standing and absolutely destroys it. But here is another example of when the queen walk can absolutely demolish a base. This is an extremely good attack at Town Hall 10 if you have the eye to see it. That is one of the hardest things about this attack, is actually scouting and being able to see the attack all the way through. But we'll come in on this one. We have Edgar again, and he is going to show us again how it is done. A little bit of fancy queen work on this one. You'll see he has some very smart wall breakers, but he brings a good amount of them, so that way he's able to open up a good portion of these walls, and he's going to use the rage spells to his advantage. And also another trick you'll see once he gets down here and has those archer towers lock onto the queen, he gets the Barb King down, and then he gets a bowler on the gold storage. If you can recognize that your bowler bounce will be able to hit a building behind and not have to really take any damage, that is a very good strategy. But once again, he's able to drop these wall breakers in groups of 2s and 3s. Because of that rage spell, they're able to get in there, and only one of them has to make it to the wall, so that way they're able to get through. But once again, queen gets into the base, pulls out the clan castle, and then he has a poison spell to help slow it down. A few minions come in behind this one. They're going to take care of those skelly traps and then work on taking out those lava pups as they are working through, and then the queen will continue working through. But one of the key things on this one as well, and with any queen walk, as you guys should already know, is rage spells. Rage spells help keep the queen's health up with that additional healing from the healers that they are able to push out. But there you go, you see another set of wall breakers goes through underneath the rage. The Inferno Tower hits them, but since the rage is there, only one of them actually has to blow up the wall, and then they're able to open it up. But the queen in the end is going to step back up through this pocket and take out that wizard tower and start working towards that backside Inferno Tower. And then he's just going to come in now that the queen has done all the work. There's only about a minute left on this attack, as you see, but most of the cleanup is kind of already done on the bottom side. Cleanup is working on the back side now that the Laloon is coming in, so those minions are going to work and just start clearing out the backside of the base. The queen is working through the middle, and the only thing on her is that Inferno Tower. If there's no other point defenses on your queen, then she can easily tank the Inferno Tower until she is able to get over and take it out. But with those healers on her, she's going to be able to stay up for the rest of this attack, and she also has the ability, so if that Barb King comes over to her, she's going to be able to easily take him out. But once again, there's not many buildings left. The cleanup is already working on this one, and this base is pretty much done, as he's got plenty of time to work through. So like I said, some of the keys is being able to recognize that queen walk where she has a safe area to get in, assessing how many rage spells you're going to need to use to keep her up, whether there are wall breakers that you need to use to get through the first set of walls, and then how are you going to deal with the remainder of the base. But we'll jump right on into the last replay I'm going to have for you guys today. This is going to be Cobra, and he's going to be coming in with another Queen Walk Laloon. But as you can see, there are going to be 2 air defenses that he's going to be able to easily take out, and then wall breaker in, take out the clan castle, and then work down and get the Inferno Tower. And I believe he may take out the queen as well on this one. But good value, sneaks in those wall breakers. Once again, try to look for when those towers, the point defenses, are going to be preoccupied and on the queen, so that way the wall breakers can easily sneak in. And then the other thing for the wall breakers is you want to recognize where the splash damage is. The wall breakers that he used were just outside the range of that wizard tower, and then he timed it so that way the mortar did not take them out. But on that clan castle, once again, you see that he is able to use a wizard to help get through that hound quicker and help with the cleanup. And now he just has wall breakers coming in on the backside to open it up. So once the queen has cleared out that core, she is going to be able to easily continue walking outside of the base. But on this one, he has used plenty of rage spells, actually all of them, to keep the queen up. And then by the time she works her way down to the Inferno Tower, the Archer Tower and Tesla and Cannon down on the bottom side are being tanked by the Barb King, and the queen is able to easily step up, take out that Inferno. So huge value for that queen, getting 2 air defenses, the queen, the clan castle, and the Inferno Tower, and is now working on the cleanup for the space. And then he just has massive amounts of balloons and hounds coming into those final air defenses to take them out. The cleanup, like I said, once again, is down as soon as the backside of the base is clean, and he is working, because remember, that is one of the key things for is getting the cleanup down quick. The queen walks take a lot of time to progress and come through, so you need that cleanup down as soon as possible so that you do not run out of time. But that is going to wrap up things for today's, guys. If you guys have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the bottom. If you guys like what you have seen, please hit the like button or subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. But until next time, guys, this is Trunks helping you stay over 9,000.